Hello, Tuyet and Nari Warren, Victoria, Australia. I hope I didn't mispronounce your name or your city. This is Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I hope I didn't mispronounce my name and website. But I am going to show you how I'm going to cut bifocal lenses, reading glasses for your Gucci 2910 size 52 color 0657. Let's take everything out of the original packaging that Gucci sends it to me in. Of course, this is your frame. It comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping from Italy, as all Gucci's are made in Italy. Look, I'm trashing the place. And again, this is the Gucci 2910 in the color 0657 in the 52 eye size. Hopefully my GoPro camera picks that up. But this is a beautiful black and gold Gucci frame, one of my best sellers right now. And I'm going to pop out the demo lenses, one of which says Gucci on it. And I'm going to put your Italian frame into the tracing element of my French edger, and hopefully they won't fight. And I'm just going to hit the trace button. A little stylus. Everyone wants to know, how does the computer know what shape lens to cut? This is why. A little stylus pops up and it goes around and traces the shape of the right lens before moving over and tracing the shape of the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Gucci frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipts have my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed from this purchase. Of course, you're getting a line style bifocal to use as reading glasses. And in just a moment, this shape is going to pop up onto the computer. Come on, pop up. Show me something. Show me something. What do you got? It's late in the day. My computer's tired. All right, it's telling me the small block, which I already know. And that is the shape of your lens, only minified now. I'm going to take it back to the magnified size. I'm going to type in a little bit of coordinates here, and we are ready to go. So these are your lenses. This is your right lens, marked right. This is your left lens, marked not right. And I'm going to take the lens out of the protective sleeves, put the lens over this platform. Now, this is a line style bifocal, so I'm going to change the graph to show me how to lay it out so that it's not crooked. I'm going to line everything up. Look, a little boat in the ocean there off the coast of Australia. But I'm going to get everything lined up on this line, centered in the graph. And I need to attach one of these to your lens. This is a block, as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. And this needs to attach to your lens, so I need to put a double-sided adhesive sticker on there, of which I have got two, only two left, just in the nick of time. But the black side is the sticky side, that's how it'll stick to my finger. But I'm going to put one on this one and one on the other one. Now, the little silver button on the back is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time is to hold it in place here in the blocker. I'm going to pull the paper off. Again, the black side is the sticky side. Let's go ahead and let the magnet do its job to hold it right there. I'm going to use my stylus. I'm going to hit that button, and the block's going to come down. Well, the arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the paper off to make the black side sticky. Line that up in the blocker. Let's get everything lined up just perfectly, both vertically and horizontally. That looks good. Since these are shipping to Australia, I'm going to make sure it's extra perfect. From Italy to my hometown to Australia. How about that? This is going to be a well-traveled pair of Gucci's. So this is the actual edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy one, put it on your kitchen counter, and then you can cut your own glasses at home. You won't need this guy anymore. So the actual cutting wheel, whoa, come here flashlight. I've got a smaller flashlight, I just can't find it. But the actual cutting wheel is over here on the far right. It's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away the lens material. This wheel in the center, that channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. So I'm going to take the right lens and put it, the magnet's going to do its job the second time now. I'm going to place it into the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know the machine well enough to call it chuck. I'm going to pull up the shape onto the computer. That is going to be the shape of your lens. These are polycarbonate lenses. I do not want to polish the edge. I'm not going to put a bevel on the front surface of the lens, only the rear surface. I'm going to hit start with a green button, which is start in every language. The clamp shuts, and then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure the lens is large enough to fit into the frame, and it's making sure that it's large enough, and it's also measuring, it's going to do it twice, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness exposed. Of course, with your prescription, you're not going to have any edge thickness, but I cut higher prescriptions all day, and that's where it becomes more critical. Now, if you notice, if you see light flickering in the background, that is water running. Polycarbonate lenses, which yours are, cut dry, where plastic and high-index plastic cut wet. The water is only there just to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off of the cutting wheel. In just a moment, you will hear a grinding sound. That is my teeth grinding together because I've had too much coffee today. The second grinding sound will be your lens cutting, and that is what it is doing now. So your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, as it is written on the packet. Polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. Your lenses are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection built right into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct, intense exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. And I bet down there in Australia you get your own personal sun that follows you around. So you will have complete UV protection while wearing these. So as your lens is getting smaller, it begins to take shape. While it's doing that, I want to show you a couple of the accoutrements that you'll be getting from Gucci. Of course, this is your card of authenticity. You can register your product with Gucci if you like. There will be a serial number written on the inside of the temple. Where is it? It's going to be on here somewhere. Somewhere there on the temple. And you can register your product with Gucci. And of course, this is your Gucci case. And of course, it has that logo, the Kissing G's, as they are called, which is the same logo going around your 2 Kissing G's. Let me tuck everything back in together. And of course, your case, your Gucci cleaning cloth, your Kissing G case, which is flat, so it'll store flat in a purse or your pocket, and then when you want to use it, it unsnaps, folds out, and then your glasses will store inside of there when you need them for protection, and that will snap shut, and then you now have a triangular case. Oh, I love the smell of this Italian leather. So again, it will store flat, and hopefully, I doubt you can see this with the GoPro, but very faintly and very lightly you have the Kissing G's woven into that soft felt fabric. So a little lever is pulling out with a little spinning wheel on the end, something you would find on a Dremel tool. That's what's applying the safety bevel to the rear surface, the concave surface of the lens. And of course, water is splashing onto the lens. It does that for the last few seconds of the cutting cycle just to wash away any optical debris. So the lens is done. In just a moment, I'm going to open this door with my mind. 1, 2, and 3. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. It just takes a couple hours, but I can do it. If you got the time, I'll demonstrate. Now, if you missed any of this, let me recap. Oh, you didn't see that one coming, did you? Free bad jokes for the purchase of every pair of glasses. So, this is the lens that is done. Let me go ahead and do a little wipe away any of the optical debris that the water did not rinse off. I'm going to take my little Phillips head screwdriver, do a little bit of lefty-loosey. I'm going to tuck the lens in at the outside corner, push down at the nose, it snaps right in. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the screw, righty-tighty, and let's go ahead and start cutting the left lens. I'm going to flip that over to L, which stands for not right. Put the lens into the chuck, the Charles, the Charlie, and hit the green arrow again, which is start for every language. The door closes, the clamp shuts, and then again the lens is going to be traced by the two white styluses, making sure the lens is large enough to fit into the frame. You can follow my finger as it's going around. Of course, the thickest part of the lens, top and bottom. And as always, measuring twice to know exactly where to place the bevel for the best cosmetic fit possible, where you have no edge thickness whatsoever protruding from the frame. So again, the greatest cosmetic quality you're always going to get from me. I am a perfectionist. You want someone like me cutting your lenses, and especially since I'm shipping to Australia, but even if I was shipping to my backyard, I'm going to make sure that every pair of lenses is perfect before I ship. Now, your prescription is plus 75 for your distance, so I'm going to go down to my Marco 101 lensometer, put it in. I'm going to read the prescription. Where's my flashlight? Come here, flashlight. Come here, boy. Now, plus 75, plus 75. We're starting at 0, going up in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. So I'm 1 tick mark away from 75. That is your distance prescription. Now, the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. Starting at 0, which is plano, and going up in quarter increments, again 0.25, 0.50, 0.75. So you need 3 steps of magnification for both your right and your left eye for distance or the computer. You just specified that when you order the powers, but you need an additional 8 steps. So you have 3 steps up top for distance, you have an additional 8 steps below, giving you a total of 11 steps. And when I read the prescription of the bifocal, when you add, remember high school algebra, you add 2 like signs together? Don't worry, I've forgotten it too, but let's use today's terms. If someone gave you 75 cents and then gave you another $2, you would have $2.75. That might be an obscure reference. I don't even know what the unit of measurement of currency is in Australia. But I'm going to read the bifocal power, and when I zoom in with the 2 powers together, we are getting 275, 1 tick mark away from 3. So that is 11 steps of magnification. Without any glasses on, everything is much smaller to you. So it'll magnify 3 steps for your distance, and then another 8, giving you a total of 11 steps of magnification to see up close. So if you notice, your lens is completely flat, just like a nickel, which might be another obscure reference to you. But that's a coin here in America worth 5 cents. If in just a moment ago I could have taken your lens out and it would stand up on the counter flat, it's now getting the bevel placed onto the edge of the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now the water has begun kicking in. It does that for the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle, just to wash away any optical debris. And then the last step, the arm is going to come out. And here we go. Look, you're inside of a car wash now. So that little spinning wheel is going to apply the safety bevel to the rear surface of the lens. Again, you have no edge thickness, but as I mentioned before, I cut higher prescriptions all day long should you have any thickness of the lens protruding towards the cheek. That would smooth out every back surface of the lens that would come in contact with the face, but you have none. So again, let me open the door for the last time with my mind. You like that, don't you? You like that, of course you do. All right, so let's take the lens out. We're going to dry it off. And now let's see if your left lens fits. I think I did something wrong. It doesn't fit in there just right. Let me try. Hey, you know what? I think it works that way though. Let's just try that. Okay, so lefty loosey. Let's tuck the lens in, outside corner, push down without losing the screw, and we did it. Oh, hang on, I might blow it. A little bit of optical debris on the back surface of the lens. I'm going to use my thumbnail to collect all of that and just drop it on the floor. I love doing that. My wife hates it. That's right, I'm talking about you, honey. My wife hates it when I make a mess on the floor, but I do that because if people come over, it makes it look like I've been working. I can fool people that way. Always have a messy floor. People think you've been working hard. Okay, so I'm going to take that block off. Let's go back down here. Let's measure the power of the left lens. And I am getting plus 75, if I can ever find my flashlight again. There we are, plus 75, 1 tick mark away from 1. Let's read the power off the bifocal, which is another 2 steps, 2 diopters. And again, we're getting plus 275, 1 tick mark away from 3. So that is made perfectly. The other thing I want to do is check one measurement real quick. That is good. Let me check that. The height of each bifocal, that is looking good. Now, here's the other thing I do before I ship, and of course free shipping anywhere in the United States. Unfortunately, you had to pay for international shipping for these to Australia, but you should get them within a week to 10 days. But I'm going to make sure these are in standard alignment. Now, when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could be too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side of the frame is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, with the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take excuse me, when I take off my Gucci, and I believe these are the 2248. In fact, I can use your lenses to help. Let me hold this up. I'm going to turn it this way, and I can read the power off of mine, which is 2248. I got my Gucci's too. How about that? We're both going to be rocking Gucci's. So I almost put yours on. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip these over, press down. There is no wobble. I'm going to make sure each temple closes perfectly and they're not askew in any way, and the same amount of tension on each spring hinge, and there is. So that is it. Tuyet and Nari Warren, Victorian, Australia. Hope you enjoyed watching as I cut a bifocal lens for your Gucci 2910 color 0657 and the 52 eye size. And again, this is Gucci made in Italy. Now, if anyone has any questions, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. And hopefully everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.